Hi, folks. I'm meteorologist Tom Kravicka here in the Weather Center for your Monday evening. Hope your Monday was a good one. And we have a good forecast to look forward to. But right now, look at this view. We've got some clouds. This is mostly high level moisture, probably 20, 25,000 feet high. So it's not going to rain out of that, but maybe it's kind of a foreshadowing of some rain chances that we may have coming into the forecast. Now, looking at your headlines, we're talking about, first of all, again, abnormally warm weather through midweek. Then we see some changes with the first cold front coming through. I think finally we get a general rain across central Louisiana. And so that is good news for folks that need rain, which is all of us at this particular time. Let's go back into the features, surface features. There's really nothing here. You can see the tap of high level moisture coming in through Mexico and riding across South Texas and into central Louisiana. Now that is generally shifting southward. So I think we'll pretty much lose that during the day tomorrow on Tuesday, but we'll still see a partly cloudy sky as we'll see a little bit of an increase in moisture and some cumulus clouds will bubble up. The closest feature is high pressure off toward the east of us, and that high, of course, will be drifting away from us in the coming days. Now we look upstairs. So those are the two main places we look in the atmosphere, surface and aloft. So over the next 2 days, you can see this warm bubble of air holds over central Louisiana. The main jet stream is pretty much forced well to the north, which is why it's so warm for November that we've had lately. But eventually we'll see a trough out west kind of move across the western states and into the plains, and that is going to, I think, offer us some hope for some rainfall that we maybe can deal with. And putting that into motion, you can see that that trough does take shape over the west coast there as we go toward midweek. But ahead of it, the warmth punches up from the south. So going into your expected lows, kind of point by point here for Cenla. Typically, we see 47 for the 7th morning of November. I don't think we're there. We're well above that. We'll be in the 50s area-wide. Now, the record, 27 in 1959, not going to threaten that. We see generally mid to upper 50s to around 60 degrees. So I'm calling for a Cenla average of 58 degrees. Now, base this on my network data that I collect extensively, about 90 points here across central Louisiana, and kind of re-verify it for our forecasting purposes. Lows, the lowest, about 54 to 55. Some of the warmest readings may get all the way up to about 61 or 62. So again, that is quite warm for this time of year. Now, expected highs for Tuesday, typically we're 73. We're well above that. If it's 10 degrees above normal, generally that qualifies as what we call unusually warm or abnormally warm or unseasonably warm. So several different indicators there. Now the record is 87 in 2017, and of course it looks like we may see a situation. I've got some 87s explicitly on the map. I got 86 here for the metro area. Even the lowest readings will hold about 81 to 82. I think we'll average 85, so that's very close to the record. And the highest readings about 87 or 88 here across the area. Now going into your 7-day numbers, we've got a pretty good forecast. At least we've got some rain, so very warm there through Wednesday, 85, 86. So Wednesday may even be 1 degree warmer than it will be for your Tuesday. A morning fog problem for Tuesday, so watch out. If you're out early commuting, we could see visibility less than a mile. In fact, close to a quarter mile or even less in some locations. So it could be bad in some places. Keep your head out some low beams, slow down, and be extra careful. Wednesday, we'll also see some breezy conditions as that system develops out in the plains, and the pressure difference between high pressure to the east and lower pressure to the northwest gives us that pressure difference and kind of drives the wind up just a tad. Not real windy for these parts, but we'll call it breezy. Thursday, we start to see some changes as the clouds will further increase. Notice that we'll see temperatures about 62 at night. So a good moisture tap coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. So scattered rain for the PM on Thursday, and then that rain becomes likely overnight Thursday and through much of the day Friday. I went up to 90%. So everything I'm seeing indicates that we will see a better shot for rainfall. How much? A quarter inch, half inch, certainly for folks, half inch to an inch in many locations. So it looks like a good general rain. May put just a tiny dent in our drought situation out there. Our wildfire danger remains pretty scary high for this time of year. We will see some cooler weather set in for your Friday there. We may actually see those numbers reverse. That 68 could be between midnight and say noon Friday, and then that 55 probably by your dinner time Friday evening or a little later than that. By Saturday, Veterans Day, we get a break in the weather for our veterans, and as we honor those folks who have served. 50 and 65, so it'll be kind of a cooler day. You'll notice that. And then Sunday, no major temperature change there, but we will keep the clouds, and I have to throw in about a 20% chance of rain that day. And then Monday, starting off next week, a second front comes in Sunday night and kind of keeps us partly sunny for Monday with a low of 45 and a high of 68 degrees. So eventually we will get rid of the warmth that we've been having. And then going into your outdoors forecast for your Tuesday, you got two majors, one in the AM, one in the PM. We'll rate it as a C+, that's average. We do have two minors for you as well. By Wednesday, likewise, two majors and then two minors, grade average. And of course, as we move into Thursday, as the front approaches Thursday, I think the potential will increase out ahead of that front, but not great. Go with a B minus, and you do have two majors and two minors for that. Hey, thanks for being with me. Nick Vickers will be back probably around 9 o'clock on your Tuesday morning. Be sure to see what he has to say, and then I'll be back about this time maybe for your Tuesday. Have a good one.